Radical.
One great thing about YouTube is the ability to look up just about anybody you want to listen to. Any music on YouTube is pretty much accessible from all different decades. And one of my favorite decades for music is the 80s. Okay, not my favorite decade for music, but one of my favorites, hands down, is the 80s. I think there's a certain kind of sound you get from a lot of that music that it's never been replicated, okay? Until now. New Retro Wave. I'm recommending a channel down below. And the description of this channel is New Retro Wave is a network dedicated to promoting the best in the emerging retrowave scene. For those who are not familiar, retrowave is a growing culture that harnesses and creates many aspects, inspirations, and feelings from the 80s and 90s music, art, and film for today's generation. It is a rebirth of the passion we have lost during those retro days. Since its establishment in November 2011, New Retrowave has grown and evolved into a prominent musical hub and online presence where the retrowave scene is given its due exposure. You are all about to embark on a journey into new retro sounds that will change your lives forever. My first, I would say, I don't know if they classify as a new retrowave group. I don't know if they're one of the in the network here. Midnight would be the other. The Midnight, okay. Gloria. Nocturnal. Okay. Nocturnal is a fucking amazing. So yeah, since 2011, this scene has been around for a decade, but I haven't heard a lot of it. I just see references to a lot of 80s stuff or early 90s stuff. I think I saw this one song called When You Grow Up, Your Heart Dies, which is a reference to Breakfast Club, that, one thing that she says, when we grow up, our heart dies. I think I saw a song that had some stuff from Neverending Story. It basically is a celebration of that time period, but brought back music-wise. They do this with games too sometimes. They bring back games from the 80s, NES games, and they rework them and modernize them. That's what I'll say this music is like. It's a modernization of a lot of that music. I think there might be a technical term for this kind of music, other than new retro wave. I think retro synth is what it might be called. I don't really care what it's called. I really like it. I really do like it. Some people might just classify it as techno, but there's many different kind of levels of techno. I've always been into maybe the late 90s techno bass, like Techmaster PEB, Bass 305. A lot of you have probably wondered, hey, Rick, what kind of music do you like? Well, I really like I like Daft Punk. I love techno. I love trance. Always have. I've made a little bit of the music. I'm not that great at it. I think there was a couple times I did like an outro that had some of my music there. So yeah, I'm a man that has many passions, and one passion is music. Okay? And guys, check out this channel. Might be up your alley, maybe not. A lot of you might not really be into techno, but you might like a lot of the 80s and 90s references here. Okay?